Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about divs. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe because we are very close to 100 subscribers. And without any further ado, let's get on into the video. Okay, so what is a div? Well, a div is basically a level of organization in an HTML document. So basically, div sort of just groups similar elements. So here, I'm going to create an H1 over here. So yeah, I'm just going to create sort of a basic web page and I'll explain. So I'm just going to create an H1 and in here I'll put title, and then over here I'll create an H3, and over here I'll do um, information about football. And below here, let's say I'll just add in a paragraph. I'll say it is very it is a very fun contact sport. It is played on Sundays. So just like that. So here is just some information about football. So American football. So yeah, this is it. But where does the div come in? Let me tell you. So the div, which is basically a general purpose container for all elements, it's basically the most commonly used HTML element of all. It just sort of groups things together. That's basically how I describe it. So over here, let me do div over here, and you just close that, and you take this, Control C, delete that, enter, paste, Control V, and all of this is now located in the divs. You see over here, if I click this, boom, it's part of the div. And over here, you can do ID equals, I know, call it football. And basically over here, in the ID, you can just give it a name. So let's say you're applying some CSS to this, maybe making this text black and making the other text blue or something. So yeah, so everything outside of the div, so let's have something over here. I don't know, H3, soccer, like that. So anything in the div, if you're adding CSS, it just makes it so much easier to group all of that in a div so that you don't have to apply the same thing to 3 different lines. You can just apply it to one container and that automatically applies it to these 3. And we'll get into that later on my channel in a few weeks. I'm also going to do CSS, so yeah, look out for that. So let's say we want just all this text to be blue. All this text is going to be blue, but in the div, all the text is going to be black. So the div just basically helps out with that a lot. You don't have to apply the CSS to different lines, just one. And yeah, that's basically it. It doesn't affect the way your code looks or anything. It's just a general purpose grouping container. That's it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.